Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be figuring out what's the best WWE finisher. If you have any comments, please leave it down for any video ideas or comments on feedback. Other than that, let's get into it. Ooh, the Oblivion by Liv Morgan or the Gore by Rhino. I would probably say there are other better spears than Rhino, like Goldberg, Roman, Braun Breaker. I don't really like the Gore, but the Oblivion, I'll probably say top 3 women's moves. Or the Tahana Bomb or the Chiropractor by Dakota Kai or the Tahana Bomb by Raquel Rodriguez. It's kind of like a reverse code breaker for the Chiropractor, but the Tahana Bomb looks a lot better, a lot cleaner. The Chiropractor just looks messy, but the Tahana Bomb looks like it would actually kill. So I'm going with the Raquel Rodriguez Tahana Bomb. The Big Show Chokeslam or the Z360. I would same what I said with the Chiropractor. The Z360 looks a bit messy and doesn't really look like it really hurt. But the Big Show Chokeslam, Big Show gets him up high and just chucks him through the table. So I have to go the Big Show Chokeslam. The Lime Tamer or the Kimura Lock. I think this is, I don't know what the Lime Tamer is, but the Kimura Lock from Brock Lesnar. There are definitely better arm locks, and so I'll go the Kimura Lock. Tombstone or the Sharpshooter. They're both great moves, iconic, both of them, but the Tombstone, you're just getting tombstoned on the top of the head and you're just out. Sharpshooter, it's iconic, but it's just I'm not a fan of submissions, but the Tombstone looks a lot more cleaner than the Sharpshooter. Sometimes it's a bit hard to get into it, so let's go Tombstone Pile Driver. Pop-up Powerbomb or Goldberg Spear, or both. Dolph Ziggler is selling both. Dolph Ziggler is a great seller. Look at the speed. Looks like he just got shot. He's a great seller. They're both good finishes, but if I had to, the Goldberg Spear is great. It feels like they're breaking the person in half. Or I'm really a fan of a spear, so let's go Goldberg Spear. Codebreaker or Bro Kick. The Chris Jericho Codebreaker or the Sheamus Bro Kick. The Codebreaker looks, they're definitely better finishes. The Codebreaker just looks messy not clean. But the bro kick looks like you're like actually like killing them. So let's go bro kick. European uppercut or the glam slam. The uppercut doesn't really, but the gory slam, you're like, and then just slamming them the whole body. The uppercut's just to like the head. The gory slam. The cross armbar or Superman punch. Like I said, I don't really like my armbars. The only armbar I really like is Becky Lynch's, because it feels like she's just like about to snap your arm off. And the Roman Superman punch, it's just, he like charges up and then just punches you. Feel like that would just kill. So let's go Superman punch. Code of Silence or Crossroads. Code of Silence. They're definitely better finishes than the Code of Silence. And that just looks like, doesn't really look like it hurts. Looks like the Rusev finisher. And the Crossroads, same with the Crossroads. Not clean, messy. But I definitely like it better than the Code of Silence. But it's messy. Hard to put them in it. Ooh, 619 or the Eclipse. Eclipse from the top rope. It's kind of like a jumping off the top rope stunner. It looks okay, not the best, but 619 from Rey Mysterio, it definitely the 619. Rear view or Tiffy twist. Okay. Let's start with the rear view. I think whoever uses this, I think it's Naomi, has to change their finisher. The rear view looks so weak. You're just jumping up and running your ass into them. It looks so weak. But like the Tiffy twist, it's like jumping and then this looks a lot more like they will stay down off. This looks like it'll keep them down for a 3 count, the Tiffy twist, rather than the rear view. Let's pick the Tiffy twist. Ooh, the big ending in GTS. Ooh, these are 2 great finishes, 2 iconic, but I probably, because the GTS, let's start with the GTS. It's sick how like he does one and then sometimes it can just fall back on. Sometimes it can look good, or sometimes it can look very messy. Like if they don't come down and they don't make contact with the knee, sometimes it can look very messy. But the big ending, most of the time, it cannot look messy. And I don't know if it's me, but I don't really like CM Punk. I'm more of a Big E fan than CM Punk. And yeah, the big ending just looks more clear. Let's pick it. The jackknife powerbomb or the people's elbow. Okay, the jackknife looks like you're like it will hurt a lot more because they're standing and just chucking you down. With the people's elbow, they're just like dropping one elbow on you. Yes, and so let's go the jackknife because it looks like it'll hurt a lot more than the people's elbow. Or end of days and the curb stomp. Oh, this is a hard round. The end of days. It's a okay finisher. I don't really like it. And yeah, sometimes Baron Corbin can't do it to everyone, like big people. If then it might sometimes look messy. But the curb stomp, that's a great move. It's deadly. You're just pushing the head into the ground. It looks a lot deadlier than the end of days. Let's pick the curb stomp. Okay. One of the best submissions of all time, the disarmer, or the Uso splash, what Jey Uso does, and Jimmy. This is the worst finisher. They messed it up. It doesn't even look like they're doing a Uso splash, just like a tsunami. The disarmer actually looks like the arm's about to snap. So let's go to disarmer. The Samoan spike or the frog splash. Or the frog splash, you're coming down from a height and landing on their guts. Or the Samoan spike where you're just getting a thumb and driving into their throat. I feel like Eddie Guerrero that is doing it just from the legend, and I don't really like I feel like you'll keep them down for a 3 count with a frog splash rather than a Samoan spike. Let's go frog splash. Bitter End and Widow's Peak. Okay. Let's go. The bitters end looks, I don't know what the bitter end is. In this, it looks very messy. Doesn't really look like it flows. And doesn't really look like it'll keep it down for a 3 count. But Widow's Peak, look, it looks like she's like dead now. Her like neck, back. This will definitely keep them down for a 3 count. Let's go Widow's Peak. Dirty Deeds or the Phenomenal Forearm. Dirty Deeds is like a underhook DDT and driving the head down. Or Phenomenal Forearm. Iconic because it's from AJ Styles. You're jumping off you're at the springboard, jumping up and just smacking them with the forearm. I like the Phenomenal Forearm. And looks like it would hurt more. The Hogan leg drop or the Sweet Chin Music. Okay, they both look like they will absolutely kill, since Hogan is massive and just putting all the weight and just dropping on their neck, on their upper body, and then Sweet Chin Music, you're just winding up and then just boom in the head. I think the Sweet Chin Music would hurt a lot more, and I like Shawn a lot more. Let's pick it. Package Pile Driver or the Claymore. I'm not a fan of the Package Pile Driver, even though it looks deadly as. But the Claymore looks even more deadly. A Scottish psycho just like throwing his whole weight and just towards your head. Let's pick the Claymore. The Kill Switch from Chris Jericho or the Tsunami. The Tsunami, there's other better things from the top rope. It's actually just, yeah, I'm not a fan of it, but like the Kill Switch from Chris Jericho, definitely this would hurt a lot more. Just driving the head down on the mat. Let's pick the Kill Switch. Cesaro Swing or the Gut Wrench Powerbomb. This doesn't even look like it would even hurt. Like the Gut Wrench Powerbomb. One Storm or F5. Or easily F5 looks like it would kill. Rough Rider or Trouble in Paradise. Rough Rider from the middle rope. Or like a spinning kick. I love the Trouble in Paradise. The Deep Six from Baron Corbin, a spinning powerbomb or a gorilla press splash. From Ultimate Warrior, I like this, the Deep Six look, you're just spinning and then just boom, smash on the floor. The Deep Six. Airborne, what's like a shooting star press or the world's strongest slam? I'm not a fan. I'm more of a fan of on the top rope jumping off. So the world's longest slam looks like it would absolutely kill. But shooting star press off the top rope. Airborne, definitely that. Stars Clash or Edge Spear midair. Star Clash is it would kill, but Edge's spear in midair off the ladder looks like it would actually like put them in a grave. Let's do that one. Dominator or the coup de grace. Easy, the coup de grace. You're just stomping off the top rope into their gut. The skull crushing finale or rack attack. Rack attack isn't that good. The skull crushing finale, you're driving their head into the ground. Tiffy Salt or Last Ride. Tiffy Salt is good, but the Last Ride is a power and you just lift them up a bit more and slam them down. Definitely the Last Ride. Scissors Kick or Figure 8 Leg Lock. I'm not a fan of submissions. The Booker T scissor kick, it looks like it will like kill. Scissor kick. Gianna Bomb or Project Champa. GG Bomb looks hard to put the opponent in. It looks a bit messy. But Project Champa, a new powerbomb, instead of putting it on the ground, you like it's like a backbreaker, easy project champer, and it's unique. Ronda Rousey's armbreaker or Razor's Edge. I think definitely the Becky Lynch armbreaker is a lot better. Or the Razor's Edge, iconic from Razor Ramon. And look how much height you're getting. And then just dropping it down, Razor's Edge. Wars of Kirk or Chris Wings of Love, Wars of Jericho. Coast to Coast or Cobra Min, Coast to Coast. I'm gonna go a bit faster in this first round. Torpedo Moscow or the Diskins Larry Kit, Torpedo Moscow. Shinskasha or the Stone Cold Stunner. I think the Shinskasha would hurt a lot more. Haluva Kick or the Kiss of Rose. Haluva Kick. They're just in the corner and just a boot's coming right at their head. Definitely that. Canadian Destroyer or the Jackhammer from Goldberg. The Mexican's definitely better than the Canadian Destroyer, but the Jackknife, you're up in the super and you're just getting body slammed down. Definitely the Jackhammer. The Stratisfaction or the Batista Bomb. I don't like the Stratisfaction, but Batista Bomb, you're like bringing your whole weight and sitting down at the same time. Definitely the Batista Bomb. Roman Reigns' Spear or the Clothesline from Hell. I really like the Roman Spear, but if you're competing doing these, definitely I think the Clothesline, you're just absolutely just like clotheslining and then they're just flipping over. That it looks like that it'll actually hurt them a lot more than the spear. Braun Breaker Spear or the Swanton Bomb. Or Braun Breaker Spears or the Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy Swanton would actually kill jumping from like 10 meters high, but Braun Breaker Spear is a lot more, is a lot worse. Just, it looks like he's just splitting them apart. Braun Breaker Spear. Muscle Buster or the KO Punch. The KO Punch looks nothing. I love the Muscle Buster. Jumping on the top half of the neck. Or South of Heaven or the Soul Snatcher from Soruka. I actually love the Soul Snatcher. Soruka has a great finisher. Let's go Soul Snatcher. Hell's Gate or Riptide. I'm not a fan of the Hell's Gate. It looks very messy. But the Riptide looks great. Riptide. Future Shock DDT or Figure 4 Leg Lock. This is another. If they're going against that, there's other good DDTs. But the Figure 4 Leg Lock is great. Looks like it actually kill. The Ankle Lock or the Pedigree. They're both iconic. The Pedigree just dropping on the head. But I think the better finisher would be the Ankle Lock from Kurt Angle. Mighty Destruction or the Punt Kick. Not even a chance. The Punt Kick's a way better finisher. Just running up and just like punting their head off. A lot better. The RKO or 401k. It's not even a chance. The RKO. Iconic finisher. The Ink Statement or the Dudley Death Drop. Like a back code breaker. And then to submission or the Dudley Death Drop. I'd probably say the Dudley death drop through the table is a lot more iconic. Belly to belly or the Unprettier from Chelsea Green. Just going off, I think the Christian does a way better Unprettier than Chelsea. Bailey to belly, Four Horsemen, going off the legacy, I think the Bailey to belly is better. Diving headbutt from Chris Benoit or PTO. Till it doesn't even look like the submission would hurt. The diving headbutt. Wasteland or the flying elbow from Macho Man. That you're just flinging them down. It's from the top rope and diving the elbow onto the person. Flying diving elbow drop. Zigzag or STFU. They're both, but the STFU looks like the person will like pass out, and the iconic from John Cena using it, STFU. Natural Selection or Black Widow. I'm not a fan of submissions, but the Natural Selection, you're just slamming their head into the ground. Natural Selection. Black Mass or Diamond Cutter. I think the better finisher is the Diamond Cutter, even though Black Mass is just roundhouse kick to the face. The Diamond Cutter is like the beginning to the RKO. Very first cutter, the Diamond. Kiss of Death or the BTF. Kiss of Death isn't. Bianca has a way better finisher. I think the BTF is a better. Starship Pain or the Yes Lock. A Yes Lock is like John Cena STFU. That just looks nothing like Daniel Bryan doing it. It looks weak. The Starship Pain. Layout or the Sister Abigail. No better chance. Sister Abigail from the Legacy of Bray Wyatt. Easy pick. AA or the Rock Bottom. I'm a fan of the Rock. And it looks very weak. Doesn't really look like it'll do much pain. Definitely the AA. Looks like it'll give a lot more pain and do the 1 count more easily. Twist of Fate or the 5-star Frog Splash. I think Eddie Guerrero's Frog Splash is a lot better than RVD's. The Twist of Fate is iconic. Matt and Jeff Hardy. Twist of Fate. Brushka knee or the Red Arrow. Same again. The Red Arrow looks very messy. There's a lot better stuff from the top rope, I think. But the knee from Daniel Bryan. The Cobra Clutch from Samoa Joe or the Famouser. I'm not a fan of submissions again, but the Famouser is a lot better. Okay, we're in the next round. I'm going to try and explain it a bit more. Oblivion or the Tahana Bomb. I like, just because it will kill a lot more. I think the Tahana Bomb, getting dropped from a huge height and just slamming on the ground, I think the Tahana Bomb. Big Show Chokeslam or the Kimura Lock. The Big Show Chokeslam's a lot more. You're just getting slammed from a huge height through a table on the mat. And the Kimura lock doesn't even look like it would hurt. Tombstone power driver or the Goldberg spear. The Goldberg spear looks like it's breaking them apart, but the Brumbraker spear is a lot worse. It looks like he just running right through, like just splitting them open. Definitely the pile driver is a lot better finisher. Bro kick or the glory slam, glam slam. The glam slam isn't, but the bro kick, you're just like, the foot's just like kicking, looks a lot more deadlier, the bro kick. Superman punch or the crossroads. The crossroads isn't that good. It's very messy, hard to put the opponent into, and just a very messy finisher. So Superman punch is clean, just like jumping up and just punching them. Definitely the Superman punch. 619 or the Tiffy twist. I think just because of the legacy of Rey Mysterio, and then the Tiffy twist is okay, but the Prius Moonsault is a lot better. The 619. The big ending or the jackknife powerbomb. I'm sorry, Biggie, but I don't think it's as iconic as the Kevin Nash jackknife. I feel like the jackknife has more legacy to it. Let's go. And I feel like it'll hurt a lot more than the big ending. The curb stomp or the disarmer. Ooh, husband and wife are going against each other. I think the disarmer looks like it would snap the person's arm off, but the curb stomp, you can't diss the curb stomp. You're just driving the head into the ground. Definitely the curb stomp, but close. Frog splash or Widow's Peak. The Widow's Peak is, but the frog splash, iconic, Eddie Guerrero does it. Definitely the frog splash. The phenomenal forearm or the sweet chin music, I think was the better finisher. Is definitely the sweet chin music. The phenomenal form doesn't look as intense. It's still good, but I think the sweet chin music will definitely give you the 3 count more often. Sweet chin music. Claymore or the kill switch. I think both of them these are great, but I think the Claymore is good, but I think the kill switch has definitely more legacy because it's Christian and it looks a lot more deadlier. Claymore looks more deadlier, but the kill switch is more iconic. Let's go with the kill switch. The gut wrench powerbomb or the F5. This is easy. The gut wrench powerbomb actually sucks, but the F5 from Brock Lesnar, it looks like it would kill, and you're like dead after it. Trouble in Paradise or Deep Six. A spinning kick to the head or a spinning powerbomb. I think the best finish out of these would definitely be the Deep Six. Sometimes the Trouble in Paradise cannot be as good, like sell as good, but the Deep Six it looks like it hurts a lot more. Airborne or the Edge's Spear. The Edge's Spear in midair, definitely that. It looks like it'll kill you. The Coup de Grace or the Skull Crushing Finale. I think definitely they're both great finishes, but they look like they both kill as just as much. But just because of the legacy of The Miz, let's go to the skull crushing finale. Last ride or the scissor kick. Okay, the scissor kick is good, but doesn't look like it will keep them down. And the scissor kick's technically a submission, no, a signature. But the last ride, lifting them up and just slamming them down, definitely the last ride. The Project Champa or Razor's Edge. Project Champa is good, but going off the legacy of Razor Ramon, the NWO, definitely Razor's Edge. Walls of Jericho or Coast to Coast. They're both great, but as a finisher, Coast to Coast, everyone kind of does it. Isn't really a good finisher, but Walls of Jericho looks like it would kill the lower back and legs. Definitely that. Torpedo Moscow or the Shinsuke Nakamura Shinshase. I feel like definitely the Shinsuke finisher would actually knock them out and more likely to get the 3 count. And the Torpedo Moscow's is more of a signature. Okay, this one. Haluva Kick or Jackhammer. Haluva Kick is good, but the Jackhammer just waiting in the air and then just getting slammed down. And the iconic, it's iconic because if it's Goldberg, more old school, definitely Jackhammer. Batista Bomb or Clothesline from Hell. Clothesline from Hell is good, but sometimes it doesn't look as nice. It's kind of messy. But Batista Bomb, you just have them up and then slam them down. Looks like it would kill a lot more. Bron Breakker Spear or Muscle Buster. Oh, this is an easy one. Bron Breakker Spear. It literally it feels like he just spearing right through them, splitting them open. Definitely Bron Breakker Spear. Soul Snatcher or Riptide. 2 female moves, but I think this is easy. Soul Snatcher. So it looks impossible to do. So far she's only made a mistake once, but it was when she debuted on Raw. So definitely a bit nervous, but we can move past that. But definitely the Soul Snatch is the better finisher. Figure 4 leg lock or the ankle lock. I think definitely the ankle lock. It's iconic because Kurt Angle and you're just twisting the foot. I think the ankle lock. Punt kick or RKO, both Randy Orton's move, but I think the RKO is a lot more iconic. Everyone knows the RKO than the punt. Definitely RKO. Dudley's death drop or belly to belly. Belly to belly looks very messy, but Dudley's death drop looks clean. Looks like it would actually murder the person. Dudley death drop. Diving headbutt or flying elbow, both from the top rope. But I think the diving headbutt would actually kill the opponent a lot more because head on head it looks like it would be a complete murder. STFU or natural selection. I think there's no competition. The STFU. Just because John Cena and it'll look like it looks like it's deadly. But sometimes it can, the diamond cutter or the BTF most of the times looks very messy. The opponent or LA Knight mainly messes it up, but the diamond cutter is the beginning to the RKO. Definitely the Diamond Cutter. Starship Pain or the Sister Abigail. Easy, Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt. AA or Twist of Fate. Well, I think the AA, just because of the legacy of John Cena. The Twist of Fate is still good, but I prefer the AA. The Daniel Bryan knee or the Famouser. The Famouser looks very messy. And then the Dan Bryan knee, you're just driving the knee right towards them. Definitely this one. We're in the round of 16. The Tahana Bomb or Big Show Chokeslam. I definitely think the Big Show Chokeslam because of the legacy, and it looks like it would kill a lot more because the height, you're just slamming them down. Definitely the Big Show Chokeslam. Tombstone Pile Driver or the Bro Kick. They're both good, but they both look deadly. The Tombstone looks a bit more deadlier, and Undertaker's a way better icon, bigger star, and this looks like it would kill them. Definitely this. Superman Punch or 619. Superman Punch. This is the end of the reign of the Superman Punch. Isn't that good? Sometimes the selling of the person can be really shit. But the 619, iconic. And then he just follows up with the Frog Splash. Definitely the 619. Jackknife Powerbomb or the Curb Stomp. No challenge. Definitely the Curb Stomp is a lot more the best finisher, definitely. Frog Splash or the Sweet Chin Music. Frog Splash is great, but Shawn Michaels Sweet Chin Music is definitely keeping them down for a 3 count, for sure. Kill Switch or F5. Kill Switch is good, but kind of takes long to put them in the move. But F5 is a deadly move. Let's do this one, and more iconic because it's Brock Lesnar. Deep 6 or Edge's Spear midair. I think this is the end of the Deep 6, but Edge's Spear midair, it's deadly. Just look at this clip, just looks like it'll just kill them. Skull Crushing Finale or Last Ride. Last Ride is a great move, but The Miz just like putting them up and just driving them down. But sometimes it can look a bit messy, like how that it didn't fully hit the armor. So the Last Ride is a lot more smoother and clean. Razor's Edge or Walls of Jericho. Definitely, I think the Walls of Jericho definitely has a bigger name to it. Let's Walls of Jericho. The Shinsuke move or the Jackhammer. This is the end of the road of the Jackhammer. The Shinsuke finisher looks like it. Definitely this one. It looks like it would kill them. Batista Bomb or Braun Breaker Spear. Batista Bomb is very good, but Braun Breaker Spear is like splitting them open. Definitely this one. Soul Snatcher or the Ankle Lock. The Soul Snatcher is one of the best females moves, but it's going up against the ankle lock iconic Kurt Angle. Definitely the ankle lock. The RKO or the Dudley Death Drop. Definitely RKO. Diving Headbutt or STFU. Diving Headbutt is very good, but STFU. Diving Cutter or Sister Abigail. RKO, I think, is a lot better than Diving Cutter, but Sister Abigail, it's great. The legacy, definitely this. AA or the Danny Bryan's knee. This, I don't know how this made into this round. It was just going up against weak finishes. I think definitely the AA. We're in the round of 8 now. The Big Show Chokeslam or the Tombstone Piledriver. This is the end of Big Show. The Tombstone Piledriver is taking this. 619 or the Curb Stomp. 619, sorry, the Legacy of Ray. And it's great, but the Curb Stomp is a lot better finisher. It's definitely looks like it'll end a person's career a lot more than the 619. It's Curb Stomp. Sweet Chin Music or the F5. This is the end of the road for the F5 too. The Sweet Chin Music, a lot more just like a kick to the head and then more likely to be out for a 3 count. This Edge's Midair Spear or the Last Ride. I think this is it for the Last Ride, end of the road. Edge's Midair Spear. Definitely just like spearing. Same, it looks so deadly. This Edge's Spear. Wolves of Jericho or Shinsuke Nakamura's finisher. I think Shinsuke's move is great, but Wolves of Jericho looks like it will kill. And he's just seeing it right back on the spine. This one a lot. Braun Breaker Spear or Ankle Lock by Kurt Angle. I do love Kurt Angle, but Braun Breaker's Spear, just ripping them apart, definitely Braun Breaker's Spear will kill. STFU or Randy Orton's RKO, going against 2 rivals. I think definitely RKO is a lot better, more known. Oh, the AA or the Sisters Abigail. I think the AA is great, but Sister Abigail, it's Bray Wyatt's finisher and just like, and then kissing them and just putting their head into the ground. Definitely the Sister Abigail. Tombstone or Curb Stomp. Or for me, I think the Tombstone Piledriver's out of the. It made to the quarterfinals. I think the Tombstone Piledriver's out. The Curb Stomp, I think, is making it through. Definitely the Curb Stomp. The Sweet Chin Music or the Edge's Midair Spear. I think these are so tough, but I think Edge's Spear hits the end of the road. The Sweet Chin Music and the name of Shawn Michaels, and this, it feels like I'll keep it down for a 3 count. Walls of Jericho or Braun Breaker's Spear. I'm not a fan of submissions, but Braun Breaker's Spear, it's deadly. It feels like it could split them open. Definitely Braun Breaker's Spear. Oh, RKO or Sister Abigail. This is probably the hardest one in this round. But I think RKO wins this round just because Randy can pull it out of anywhere, jump from the top rope and he's on the ground, just pop up RKO. He can do it, the RKO anyway. The RKO. Oh, we're in the semi-finals now. The curb stomp or the sweet chin music. Out of this, these are two amazing moves, but I think Seth Rollins, the curb stomp, is out just because of the legacy of Shawn Michaels and the sweet chin music. How he sometimes wind up in the corner and do the stomps before. I think it's Shawn Michaels' sweet chin music is moving on. Brumbraker's Spear or the RKO. This is good, but the Brumbraker Spear is good. It's just ripping them apart, but the RKO is more well known. He can do it anywhere outside the ring, off a table, through a table. I think RKO. Or the final round. What is the best finisher? The sweet chin music or the RKO? This is very tough. Randy Orton doing RKO or Shawn Michaels? Let's start with Shawn Michaels' sweet chin. It'll definitely keep them down for a 3 count. Same with the RKO. The Shawn, how he sometimes winds up in the corner and tries to get the crowd to wind it up by doing the kicks in the corner, the stomps. But the Randy Orton is great when he does the punches on the ground when he's preparing to the RKO. I think what wins this is definitely, this is a tough round, but I think it's the RKO. Yep, we got the best finisher, Randy's RKO. If you've liked this video, please subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. But other than that, I'm out. Peace.